PebbleCreek and Victory at Verrado are two very nice communities here in the greater Phoenix area. They are only about 15 minutes away from each other, and they share a lot of similarities. But they also share some differences, and that's what we're going to be talking about today in this video. We are going to put these two communities head to head and compare all of their different similarities and all of their differences so that you can make a well-informed decision between the two of them. But before we do that, if you are interested in comparing the different 55 plus communities here in the greater Phoenix area, I have a great resource for you. It is my 55 plus community guide. It has a one-page summary of every 55 plus community here in the greater Phoenix area, so you know you're not missing out on any of them. There are over 40 of them here in the greater Phoenix area. It has a map that plots out where all of the 55 plus communities are, and at the end it has a spreadsheet to compare all of the numbers that you need to know about when comparing these 55 plus communities. So reach out to me for that. My name and number are on the screen and I can send it your way. Now, as I mentioned, Victory and PebbleCreek actually share a lot of similarities. So starting off about their homes, in Victory at Verrado, say you're looking for about a 1,800 to 2,200 square foot home, you know, kind of that median home, it's going to cost you about $650,000. In PebbleCreek, that same exact home, picking it up and moving it into PebbleCreek, would be about $620,000. So your dollar will go about $30,000 further in PebbleCreek compared to Victory at Verrado. Now, why is that? The main reason for that is the age of the home. So Victory at Verrado started development in 2016. So all of the homes in Victory at Verrado have been built within the last 10 years. Now, when you compare median sales prices in PebbleCreek, they started development in 1994, and they still are building brand new homes in PebbleCreek. So they have over 30 years of development in PebbleCreek to choose from. But when you're comparing those median sales prices, you can get a slightly older home that's the same square footage and has been updated in PebbleCreek for a better price than a newer home in Victory at Verrado. So price-wise, Victory at Verrado and PebbleCreek are pretty similar when it comes to the homes. However, if you're looking for a newer home, I would definitely recommend Victory at Verrado. They have 5 current builders in Victory at Verrado. They've had 8 build in their total, so a lot of development to choose from. While in PebbleCreek, they've only had 1 builder, the Robeson Communities builder, and they still are building in the community, but the lots that they have available just aren't the best. Their upgrades there are also quite expensive. So when shopping for a brand new home, looking in Victory at Verrado where they have 5 active builders that have to compete against each other, their lot premiums are a lot less there in Victory at Verrado. Their upgrades just cost less to do. So when shopping for a brand new home, I would give Victory at Verrado the leg up. If you're shopping for a resale home that might need a little bit of work, or you just want to get the most bang for your buck, then PebbleCreek might be worth exploring. However, a major similarity in their homes is the variation that you will find. As I mentioned, in PebbleCreek, over 30 years of development, they changed a lot of different floor plans. They've got a lot of different models to choose from. You can choose an older model that's a little more blocked off, or the newer floor plans that have more of that open floor plan to it. And in Victory at Verrado, since they've had over 8 different builders in the community at any one time, they have a lot of different models and upgrades to choose from in there as well. So if you're kind of shopping with a specific taste, you'll be able to find that perfect home in either one. It just depends on if you're looking for a newer home or maybe a slightly older home. Now let's move on to the location of the two communities. The communities are quite close, so you can be on Indian School Road and get from PebbleCreek to Victory at Verrado within 20 minutes. So their locations are not too different from each other, and you really cannot go wrong choosing either location over the other. Victory at Verrado is slightly further away from the airport. It will take you about 30 to 35 minutes. PebbleCreek about 5 minutes closer, depending on traffic. When looking at the map, PebbleCreek is just located on that eastern side of the 303, and Victory at Verrado is just on that western side of the 303. Victory at Verrado is in the city of Buckeye, while PebbleCreek is in the city of Goodyear. But both of these communities share great access to the freeways, only about 5 minutes to get on that Interstate 10 freeway that can get you anywhere you need to go here in the valley. And both of them are just minutes away from the 303 freeway as well, which can get you just about everywhere in the West Valley. They both have shopping very close by. Victory at Verrado has its own Main Street area that has a lot of different bars and restaurants along that street. That's only 1.5 miles away from the Victory Clubhouse, something very unique that Victory has that other 55 plus communities do not have. Pebble Creek does not have a main street like that where they have shopping within the community, but they have a lot of different shopping centers in the city of Goodyear within 5 to 10 minutes of the community. They both have Costco's within 10 minutes. The one leg up I will give to Victory over Pebble Creek is the fact that there's a lot more development going on in that Buckeye area, so I could see appreciation being a bit higher in the Victory area just because they're building a lot of new shopping centers so close to that Victory area. They're building a Verrado shopping center. They've got more wine bars and areas being added on that Main Street area. There's also a lot more development going on right outside of Verrado there. A lot of other builders are buying land and building developments there. While in Goodyear, a lot of that infrastructure in that area is already built out. So I could see slightly higher appreciation in that Buckeye area than in that Goodyear area. But very similar locations, great freeway access, easy to get to the airport, and all the shopping you would need is nearby in both of them. Now let's do a side-by-side comparison of the two communities and their amenities. We're going to start by talking about Victory at Verrado. Victory has some of the most upscale amenities in the entire valley. As I mentioned, it's a 2016 built community. So this clubhouse is one of the newest clubhouses in the entire valley. It's got this very nice tri-level pool with zero edge, a very high-end state-of-the-art fitness center that was actually just remodeled last year, so it's very up to date in there. They have different aerobic classes that take place in there. They've also got more of a lap and sport-oriented pool outside, and they have a great restaurant, the Vic Bar and Grill, where it has a nice patio that overlooks all these White Tank Mountains. Their clubhouse is situated right on top of this hill in kind of the center of the community, so it's a nice little drive up the hill, and just about every room in this clubhouse has great views of the White Tank Mountain. They have over 35 chartered clubs that meet within this clubhouse. They've got a separate art studio called Arts with a View that as a resident you can use this at any time you would like. They also have different classes that will meet in here, and it's completely covered in your HOA fee. They currently have 8 pickleball courts with 8 more being installed. They have over 500 active pickleball members, so that's why they're having to add on more courts, because they are in great use here at Victory at Verrado. Another nice thing about Victory at Verrado is this Victory Clubhouse is restricted to only people who are 19 years and older. So you will not see anybody under the age of 19 at this clubhouse unless they are in the restaurant, because the restaurant is open to the public. But within the amenities, whether you're at the fitness center, pickleball courts, or the pool, you will not see anybody under the age of 19. If you do have somebody like some grandkids or some kids that are coming into town that are under the age of 19, you would send them down to the Verrado Clubhouse, which you have full access to as a resident of Victory. And that clubhouse is catered more towards the kids. They have a basketball court, fitness center, all different types of pools and ways for them to have fun down in the Verrado Main Street area, only about 1.5 miles away from this clubhouse. So the fact that you have access to 2 clubhouses, one catered more towards the kids and one more for the adults, is a very nice factor here in Victory at Verrado, and their amenities are very upscale. You'll find that you have access to less all-around amenities. There's no indoor pool, and there's less clubs that meet at the Victory Clubhouse. Everything that is here at the clubhouse is very upscale and very nice. Victory is very much a quality over quantity type of place. You also have access to 2 par 72 golf courses here within Victory. One of them is the Victory course, and one of them is called the Founders course. Both of them are very nice. They are known for being well managed and well kept. They have some amazing views of the White Tank Mountains. Some of the holes go right through the mountains themselves, and they do different memberships where you can buy tee times in bulk, and it's a punch card, so you get discounted rates as a resident. Now let's talk about Pebble Creek's amenities. Pebble Creek also has 2 clubhouses, the Eagle's Nest Clubhouse and the Tuscany Clubhouse. The Tuscany Clubhouse is the newer of the 2. That's kind of the hub of the community. That's where the majority of the clubs meet. In Pebble Creek, they have over 100 chartered clubs in the community. So in Pebble Creek, you'll notice that it's a much more social community. There's a lot of clubs that meet at all of these different multi-purpose rooms. They have a 300-seat auditorium where they'll do different shows there. They also have an indoor pool at the Tuscany Clubhouse. They have an outdoor pool, a spa, a state-of-the-art fitness center, and then they've also got these classrooms where they'll do different group fitness classes. You'll also find a nice restaurant here, a separate art studio, which is a little bit bigger than that Arts with a View area. There's also different classrooms in here that are specifically assigned to each arts and craft, whether it's ceramics, painting, woodworking. They've got it all covered in this separate art studio. They've also got a gift shop in there that is open to the public. So the arts and crafts here in Pebble Creek are definitely higher end than the ones in Victory. They've also got a lot more going on within the community as far as clubs go. Now at the Eagles Nest side, they've got another state-of-the-art fitness center, some more rooms for clubs to meet. They've got a couple multi-purpose ballrooms as well, and another restaurant. So there are 2 restaurants within the community. At PebbleCreek, they've also got 20 pickleball courts that have lights so you can play well into the night. They're also developing more pickleball courts within the community. So one thing about PebbleCreek is, I will say, it is one of the most active communities in the valley. If you're looking for a good pickleball group, they've got you covered. If you're looking for an interest or club group, they've got over 100 of them. So chances are they've got you covered there. And if they don't, then you can start that club when you enter the community. So when you compare the amenities side by side, PebbleCreek definitely has more than Victory at Verrado. The clubhouses will be a little bit older, but they will have a lot more going on within them. So if you're looking for sheer numbers of ways to get involved in a community, PebbleCreek is going to be better when it comes to these amenities because they have so much more going on. But if you're not too interested in clubs and you're more interested in just a nice pool and a fitness center, then Victory at Verrado might be the place for you. So I will give PebbleCreek the leg up as far as amenities go, just because of how many ways they have to get involved in the community, whether that's activity-wise through pickleball or golf. They've got 2 par 72 courses within this community as well, but also if it's more of an intellectual side, they've got so many different clubs and interest groups that meet here as well. PebbleCreek is just all around a very active community and one that I recommend quite often. With all that being said, I hope this video helped you out when comparing Victory at Verrado to PebbleCreek. My name is Caden Leali. I'm a licensed real estate agent here in the greater Phoenix area. If you are planning a move here or you're trying to compare the different 55 plus communities, I'd love to help you out with that. I have my 55 plus community guide for you as well that I can send over to you. My name and number are on the screen, so just reach out and I'll send it your way. With all that being said, I will see you in the next video.